I'm off the phone. Let's see how we've been doing. So now we can support 110 medium wealth people instead of just 80. Our medium wealth hotels are kind of filling up over by the train station. By the train station. This train station is giving us 158 riders, so it's working at least. Doesn't seem like this gambling house is catching any of our tourists. What's going on here? Maybe new tourists haven't arrived in the city yet because of the traffic. The arcology traffic. These guys are all working at the arcology, and that pisses me off. There's enough jobs inside the city, you don't need to go outside to work. Arcology, I will murder you. Look at it. Look at it arcologing. Maybe if I finish it, then people will stop going over there. It's kind of funny how Great Works work, right? Because of the global market, it costs the same to import a material as it does to sell it. So you're just as well off importing all the materials you need to make the great work as you are producing them. So, I mean, the whole point once upon a time was like you'd have to have 4 cities, one supplying fuel and one supplying alloy, and and so on and so forth. And then you send materials from all those cities to make the great work. But because of the way the global market works, you can just make one city with a trade depot, have it import everything it needs, and then send it off to the great work, and you're like done. So it's all just about money, and since money is easy to come by, great works are easy. So when are these houses gonna up in density? This is bothering me. Up in density. Up in density. Up in density. Gambling. Looks like when we added that second train station, we got a lot fewer gamblers coming in, which I guess is okay. Nobody's going here. Although it's probably just a traffic problem. This road's being heavily utilized for U-turning and for getting to the highway. And not so heavily used to... Maybe we've got to disconnect it from the rest of the city. Really strange how many people are coming over here at all now that this road doesn't go anywhere. Look at that. Look at that truck. It's stuck on an infinite loop. Oh, it got out. I made it. Good job, truck. We're all very impressed with you. Okay. Now we got our tourists. It was just a traffic issue. Mostly low wealth. No lodgers. Dun 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 dun. My goal... I already said this though. My goal isn't to make money off gambling. My goal is to reduce the people coming into my city. I really just want people in the city to work in the city, and then nobody leaves and nobody comes in. That would be awesome. But my taxes, man, I set them to 12% and people are still getting so happy that they have to leave. It's very sad. Alright. I guess I just can't wait for these guys to up in density because it's taking forever. We'll just let them be low density and we'll up everything else. So, how's traffic on our one high density street? It seems pretty bad. When we up all the other streets, will it be equally bad? Traffic's okay. Could be better, but it's okay. What's up with these guys? Checking out the sights. You just came from the gambling center and you're going somewhere to spend money? That doesn't make sense. Simon, please. If you're going to make noise, can you do it upstairs or somewhere further away from the microphone? It's hurting my ears. Thank you, my buddy. Just saw an episode of Frasier yesterday where Niles was visiting him at work, and he's standing right next to the radio mic, just opening a mint, and it's like crackle, 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 crackle. That's what Simon reminds me of. Came from the gambling house, checking out the sites. I don't want you to do that. Come from the gambling house and check out the sites. Why would he do that? Doesn't seem right. Oh, it's because it's full. I need another gambling house. Okay, that makes sense. Or, so now I have two choices. Do I want two profitable gambling houses, each with both nickel slots and rooms? Or do I want one with tons of nickel slots and the other with tons of rooms? Then they'd have to drive in between them. So it doesn't seem like people are using the hotels here. Maybe I should watch it for a whole day. But then the traffic that it's generating would kill the city. So maybe I don't have a whole day to spare. I'll just blow up the rooms and add some more nickel slots. We'll have the minimum amount of rooms. Because it's more important to catch the shoppers than it is to catch the lodgers, right? Because if somebody's like the tourism chain of events, right? They enter the city, they look for a place to shop, then they look for a place to sleep, then they look for a place to shop, then they look for an exit. If you can get them to do all of that in one building, awesome. But if you have to choose whether to have your rooms fill up, which they just did, or have your slots fill up, which they're about to do, I'd rather have the rooms fill up. But yeah, I'm having both fill up, so I need another gambling center. You know, I'm suspecting that people are not coming to this train station at all anymore. We'll have to wait another day to find out, but no, still filling up both rooms and tourism. Damn. Too many tourists. Maybe I should just blow up my train stations altogether. What is with all these tourists? Silly Game thinks of it as a good thing, too. They're like, well, bringing money to your city. And I'm like, yes, I am making 12,000 now, and I was making 3,000 before you sent me all these tourists. That is true. But I don't want them. Go away. Alright, so we need a room of each type and a nickel slot times 2. See how this works. Tourist traffic, overwhelming. Let's watch this one. Mama's home! Yay for Mama! Full up on low wealth, but not excessively so. And not permanently so. I could afford another... I do need another nickel slot here, I think. But not really yet. Full again. Workers needed. I'm okay with that. I just built him. Of course he needs workers. Oh boy. Too many tourists in mid-city. Gotta trap them. Gotta trap them. And again, since profitability isn't an issue, maybe we are better off double trapping. Having 2 even when we don't need to is what I mean. Okay, so we've upped the density on about 10% of the city or something. And the traffic in this little region where we upped density is pretty bad. Not the end of the world, but bad. It's green. They're moving quickly, but there's a lot of people going through it. Especially this area. Everyone leaving the city is just going up here. Take the train, guys! What we really need is like an express route to this train station, so that if people are right here, for example, and they want to get out of the city, they can go zoop that way, or zoop that way, straight to the train station. This is kind of like an express exit. I don't think people can drive to the train station anymore. They need to take buses to the train station. My little refusing to up density guys are still refusing to up density. Let's start to up this side too. Wow, this is a much bigger section than I thought it was at first. This is gonna just be cripplingly large amounts of traffic. Let's let it cripple, and then we'll draw a spoke that just goes from here to here, and I think that would uncripple it. Uncrippling. We shall uncripple you. Uncripple you. Uncripple is like Uncle Cripple. Going shopping. This is good. This is good. Oh, this is good. This needs to be longer before it intersects with something, because we want to move these guys through the bottleneck more quickly. This road altogether I don't think needs to exist, but for now we can just make it low density. This one actually shouldn't have too much traffic on it, so we can make this low density too. That should get people in and out of our city more quickly, hopefully. We really want to watch right here with our eyes, and if this ever stops flowing, then we got a problem, right? That's good. People aren't stuck on the highway anymore. They're stuck somewhere, but they're not stuck there. Just move the position at which they are stuck slightly further down the road. Now people are having trouble getting in and out when they're gambling, but again, we don't care about tourists. Like, if they get stuck in traffic for days and days, it doesn't affect us. We're not affected by that. Whereas our residents, if they get stuck in traffic, then we get abandonment and we have to have fires everywhere, and it's not good. Going to work. Having had a great vacation, I'm on my way out. Again, why are these people... They're not being tourist trapped enough. Untrapped tourists. Look at this, full on gamblers again. And double full on gamblers, man! You have so many tourists. Double gambler full. Maybe a casino would save space. It's funny, I'm like turning this into a gambling city by accident. Put this gambling HQ over here. Whoa, not enough room. Maybe there's enough room for like add-ons. Nope, not enough room for add-ons. Interesting. Okay, we've got to pause and blow everything up. Rebuild it. Because there's not enough room. So we need it to be like right here. Gambling. Oh wait, we can build casinos now. Okay. Low wealth capacity 150. Low wealth capacity 150. I think our main problem is always going to be low wealth, hopefully. Because our stores, which is what's pulling in all the tourists, our stores are low wealth. So which is the one where you can add... I think it's this one where you can add additional low wealth gambling. Let's try it. Oh man, it didn't work. Maybe it's this one. I seem to... Yeah, I think it's the Sleek Casino. Sleek Casino has the ability to add a poker parlor, which adds low wealth gambling capacity. That's right. Oh, and then it turns out we don't need as much space. That's funny. Low wealth rooms. Low wealth gambling. I don't want a sign. I'm trying to get fewer people here, not more. Okay. See how this one goes. Go, casino, fight, win. I believe we can probably unpower this thing too. Not that we have to. I mean, money is not really an object. Money is no object. Traffic is where it's at. Alright guys, you came in on the train. You went to the Sleek Casino. I want to hear those words coming off your lips. I came in from the highway or the train, went to the Sleek Casino, and then I left via train. Don't check out the sights. Anything but checking out the sights. Don't do it, you guys. We've upped density of this whole area over here, so we really have to keep an eye on this traffic, because it's probably going to kill us. We ran out of water. Do we want to add more water, or do we just want other cities? Let's just go to the oil city and let him take care of it. You can take care of my water for now. I'd kind of plan to deal with water locally in each city, because the more cities you get, like once you have 4 cities for your utilities to go to, having one city supply the utilities for all 4 of them just becomes kind of silly. Because like if, for example, if you have one really high population, really high water requirement city, and then one really low water requirement city, and you're trying to supply both of them from an external city, then there's just a bunch of wasted water. Because it gets split evenly between cities. It doesn't go to only where it's needed.